Hello and welcome to Echo Arena VRML. This is the VR Master League. This is going to be a great matchup today. We've got Phantoms versus Team Gravity. I hear that they're pretty good teams. I'm Sputnik Cobra. I'm the analysis for today, joined by It's Me Ollie and Swift. This is going to be a fantastic game today. How are you doing, Swift?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, and I'm joined today in the casting booth by It's Me Ollie. So, how are you doing, Ollie? I know you casted some games with me the other day.
I'm doing great as well. I'm very excited for this matchup as well. I mean, you know, Phantoms and Gravity been going head to head for quite a while now. Of course, Phantoms going through different rosters, and the Intoxicated now taking the Phantoms name. So it should hopefully be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do see this is possibly a slightly modified roster from Intoxicated. I don't believe Beaver was playing for them before. Maybe they were, but maybe they were just a sub. So, yeah, let's get the teams readied up here in just a second. But, I mean, yeah, there's definitely some build-up to this match. I mean, Phantoms versus Gravity is definitely a big name, and it has been for a very long time.
A very long time. What have they been going head-to-head for, like, what, since, like, Season 1?
Yeah. Pre-season... No, not pre-season, because then it was Backlash, I do believe, that then became Phantoms, that was led by Torin. And if I am wrong there, then please let me know. And in fact, I will try and get that prediction through. However, I can't promise that it will let me do that in this tiny little window. So maybe it will. Oh, maybe it will let us. And it will. There we go. So we will be heading to round one. You guys should get that prediction here in just a second. And heads up, there won't be replays for this game because we had a little bit of trouble, but we'll still get the rest of this stuff started out for you guys. So thank you very much for watching, and we will now go into round one.
And with that, Phantoms get first possession. We'll send it all the way down. Stolen by Louis, who'll send it up to Lowrider now. Lowrider making his way forward. We'll look for the clear down for the Gravity stack to come through. Maybe a shot off the ground, but will be stopped by Archie in the backline. Archie now sending this one, trying to send this one through, but not quite, as Vitrix picks it up off the bounce. Sends it down below now to nobody. Maybe a clear attempt. And it does sail past. And a great start for Gravity as Vitrix scores a 3-pointer from 30 meters.
Just pure skill coming in there from Viatrex. Obviously, we don't see anything else coming out from Team Gravity down. But nevertheless, going to be the first 3 points for Gravity. That's definitely a way to get this one started. And yeah, maybe Phantoms can come back for this quick. Of course, they tend to be pretty quick on Joust Advantage. At least the Intoxicated roster was last season. And yeah, the Intoxicated versus Gravity match was very, very close last season. Closer, I think, than anyone else has gotten to Gravity in the finals. So we've seen some very, very good fights between these two teams, and in fact, some very good fights from the Phantoms name as well with that old roster. So that had some great fights against Phantoms. I know Nuclear is the leader of that team, who I believe I saw in the chat earlier on. So hello, if you are over there. But Simon will be taking the disc. Just a little bit of a missed pass, but there comes the Gravity stack very quickly. But in fact, it's going to be Phantoms taking it first, and the pass comes through to Beaver, but Simon going to intercept that for Phantoms here. So they will maintain possession just for a little bit here.
Now, slap pass just going off target by Wint as it is recovered by Luyamo. Luyamo goes up to Lowrider, and Lowrider sends it past the goalie for 2. So Gravity now leading by 5 points, 5-0. A bit of a slower game, this one. I mean, we're 2 minutes in and only 5 points. And it seems not as much back and forth as you'd expect to see. You know, maybe the team's just getting warmed up to each other again after such a long time, although I'm sure they've been scrimming against each other loads, as now Finity takes the disc up to Winter. Winter tries to go through, but takes a hit from Geo as that Gravity stack picks it up, sends it down to Lowrider, and Lowrider hits another 3 to put them 8 in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to miss those. I mean, Lowrider is not going to miss those. You can tell you that much. And as soon as they get a setup like that, it's just going to be a simple 3-pointer for Gravity. They've been training those all day and all night in every single scrim, and I mean, there's not much else to say. They're not going to miss 3-pointers like that. So Phantoms cannot give them the open lead like that. They definitely can't let them set up with as much time as they did there. I'm not quite sure what happened on that Phantoms end. Maybe a misstack or a misgrab or something. But here we see Gravity, again, almost with an open goal, but immediately backing it out to Viatrex as they recognize. And I'm doing it again. I've gone back to saying Viatrex. I understand it's Viatrex, but that's just something I will do over and over again. So enjoy it.
Now Simon receiving it, the disc will send it up to Louis. Louis going for the shot, and he will get it. Phantoms leaving that open goal for just a second too long, and just like that, Gravity again get that 3. Just a second too long is all they need, as now they are 11 points in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a small opening, and Gravity definitely found it, and well, they hit the shot once again. Gravity finding another 3-point open goal, but not open in the way that you'd usually expect. Open perfectly fine for Gravity, though, as those shots for Gravity seems like it's kind of the entire net for everyone else. It seems like they take those very liberally, and in fact, it seems like Phantoms are going to thread that right through the Phantoms defense. A little bit of a misread, I think, from the 2 plays in the goal there for Gravity, not understanding that it's actually going to be a pass to shoulder. So very nice bounce pass for Phantoms. This could be the start of their comeback. Who knows? Just 4 minutes into this game.
Now Gravity taking their first Joust advantage. Lowrider will take the disc, send it up to his teammate Simon. Simon now going forward down to Louis. Louis down to Vitrix, and Vitrix sending this one forward as he is getting pressured, as now Archie receives a bounce. Will look to send it down below and through, and there's actually a good bounce clear as it is through back into the Gravity side. Gravity there first, but missing it, but Lowrider with a good steal as he does send it back over to Simon. Simon going up forward to Louis, but Louis not quite able to get his hands on it as it does bounce away.
Maybe a headbutt there coming through from Louis. I don't know, couldn't really tell. Could have just bounced off the Geo, but either way, going to be Louis with a double stun, in fact, on the stack of Phantoms. Immediately a back pass to Viatrex. Sorry, I keep doing it, and I will keep doing it, and I warned you of that. But nevertheless, it's going to be, yet again, one more stun for Lowrider. In fact, that's going to win Viatrex. There you go, got it right that time. It's going to win Viatrex the disc for that. So now it's going to be Lowrider going to the bottom of the field there, and it's going to be Viatrex again receiving that back pass. So Gravity just walking around here, just trying to play as contested as they can in that bubble. And now another pass intercepted by Beaver, but stolen again by Lowrider, and now cleared once again, but not quite all the way through, and it's going to be straight back into the hands of Gravity.
Simon recovering the disc for Gravity, doing a bit of juking on the wall. We'll send the bounce pass up to Louis Ammo. Louis now going for maybe the shot, maybe a missed pass off the anchor, as now Vitrix picks it up, sends it up to Simon. Simon now trying to draw out that defense a little bit. We'll go up to Louis Ammo. Louis Ammo going to the backboard to Lowrider. Lowrider dinging the post. He recovers it again, though, and puts it saved by Infinity, but again, recovered by Louis Amo as he steals it and puts it in the goal, finally, for the 2.
That was very, very close. Barely getting it in there with a couple of steals. In fact, Phantom's done an incredible job of saving that twice, but in fact, on that third time, it's going to be the third time lucky for Gravity, and in fact, they're going to be solid 11 points up. It's going to be so difficult for them to come back here, but I believe, and the few people that voted for Phantoms, in fact, that's an overwhelming up for Gravity on that prediction poll, but nevertheless, we know how those go, and in fact, Phantom's looking to bring it back against the pole. 18-meter-second shot straight into the center of the goal. What a laser coming through from Winter.
And now Gravity only 9 in the lead as they take their next joust advantage. About 3.5 minutes remain for 9 points to be scored if Phantoms want to make a comeback, and for Gravity to maintain that lead and obviously probably put on more points now. And Gravity is now Simon. Sends this one forward, but a good read from the Phantom stack. They will lose it to a head, though, as now it's bouncing in the tunnel. It will be picked up by Simon. First, Simon looking for the shot and off the backboard. Not quite going to be in, I don't think. And a nice stop again from Finity as they go for the slam dunk. Again, recovered, though, by Louis Amo. Louis Amo will just go up to the ceiling, up to Simon. Simon doing some ducks. Will go for the shot, but maybe just getting stunned out just in time as Lowrider picks it up, goes across to Viatrix. Viatrix just resetting this one all the way back to Louis Amo.
Yeah, Louis here with the disc going actually for the 3-point shot, and that was another one of those small threads we saw, and from Louis, that was almost in there. I was watching there from Louis' perspective, so close to threading that, but not quite on the mark this time. Phantoms passing up the bubble now. Very quick offense and a very quick sling from Archie is going to get that one in for Phantoms. And what a counter-attack coming through from Phantoms. I mean, just absolutely unstoppable with the way that they formed, even with how fast the Gravity stack was back in that defense.
So now slowly edging closer towards that tie in this first round. It is just a 7-point lead now to Gravity as Lowrider takes a disc. And as we approach these final 2 minutes as well, it sends it up to Viatrix. Viatrix going across, but Archie covering that player will go down. Not quite connecting the pass, though, as it's recovered by that Gravity stack. Louis Amo looking for the bounce clear. Not quite going to be out as it does take a hit off some Geo. Recovering it again, but losing it as a double stun comes through. Viatrix picks it through and sends it up and out, but Winter is there first and he sends the pass rather up to Archie. Archie now with a long pass up to Infinity. Infinity taking the shot, but not going to be quite on target.
Yeah, now in this Gravity half, the Gravity stack just missing that, being a little bit shy of the disc, and it seems like now possibly going to be picked up, again by Gravity, and they're just going to bat this one out to Lowrider, passing it through the middle, and now going straight to Archie, so some great defense from Archie there. Good positioning and really well read on that clear, although Lowrider just going to read that one once again. Very quick pressuring from Gravity, as we expect from them, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on Phantoms here to clear, but Gravity just doing their best to just maintain possession. They're doing a very good job of that this game, and they've got a lot of control of the possession. When they get it in this game, it seems like they're almost unstoppable when they get into the bubble, and that's a slap shot from Lowrider. Just a second left. Again, they left a second where the goal was open. Viatrix couldn't take the shot, and it was past the Lowrider for the slap. Absolutely outstanding move from Gravity.
Well, just a clean play. Lowrider slapping it just outside the bubble for the 3 as now they have a 10-point lead and less than a minute remains. So not quite enough time as an incept coming through. Not quite going to be on target, though, as Lowrider comes through, takes a shot and actually going to be wide. Is now picked up by Winter and sent for the clear.
Yeah, we didn't see that, Louis. Don't worry about it. And that one's going to be cleared through for Phantoms. Let's see if they can get the last couple points. No, looks like it's going to be slapped away. But 20 seconds left on the clock. They may still be able to get a couple of points here just to give them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of heart coming into this next round. Archie's going to look to find those. Not going to work. But Winter coming in once again. Going to bounce off the post twice. And then the shot missed there by Beaver, I believe it was, on Phantom. So real unfortunate they weren't able to get the last couple of points there. But, I mean, they definitely have played well in this match. We just have to see them play a little bit harder, and they may be able to do very well. I mean, they definitely didn't do too badly in the second half of that round. We just need to see them step up a little bit more in the first half, and maybe we'll see something a little bit closer come out from the second round. But that being said, I'm going to pass it off to Sputnik, who's got some facts for you.
I thought I was supposed to be doing the analysis, and you did that outro and you handed it off to me, but nonetheless, I feel like the first score from Viatrix kind of set the stage for this first round for Phantoms. Archie would come out of the goal and try and find possession behind and below the goal, and it would escape his hands, and Viatrix would get an unintentional long three as Archie would go up to the catapult opening and just kind of frantically do something, and that kind of set the stage. You see that Phantoms tried to find a rhythm. They tried to find some momentum. Maybe they weren't able to get a warm-up, but maybe this first round is going to be their substitute warm-up. They're going to be looking to take this second round, force a third round. But Phantoms would hold back Team Gravity around the 5-minute mark. Team Gravity would hold possession for about 90 seconds outside the bubble. 2 saves would come through. I mean, it's too much to say in too little time. I'm going to hand it right back to you, Swift.
Absolutely, as we get into round 2 here. And yes, everybody in the chat there. Almost everyone I've seen from EU, including Joshy, Ramus, Danmac, and there's too many names to read out, as there was too much to say on that sideline. So it's going to be immediately Phantoms handing this off. I have a feeling, yep, it's going to be passed there to Finn, and she's just going to put it straight into the top pocket of the goal. Beautiful play from Phantoms, and they take the first 2 points of the round.
Well, already a better start from Phantoms. They got a good neutral joust. They won it, and then they got straight into some good passing around the bubbles and managed to get the first 2 points. So a good start for Phantoms, and maybe a start of some momentum to maybe take this second round. As now Loretta will send it up to Simon. Simon sending this one through up to Louis Amo. Louis Amo trying to go back, not quite going to be on target as he does tap it back, but out of reach of his teammate. Another opportunity for Phantoms as Archie gets their first goals for the shot, and he places it in for the 2. Phantoms in the lead by 4 now.
Yeah, fairly self-explanatory there. Just a quick missed back pass there from Gravity. Not something we see very often. I mean, they seem to be very accurate. I mean, we've seen it in this game. They've had some incredible frees that, I mean, almost no other team would be able to take. And yet, Gravity take them. Not that Phantoms don't, but Gravity take them, I mean, like it's their breakfast meal. I mean, as in fact I say, Phantoms come through with an outstanding steal here, and in fact their stack just beat Gravity to it, but it's going to be a stun catching up to them here, but a far away shot there from Finn, and there was a goalie, so that's going to be saved by Gravity, and now the stack coming through immediately, and I have a feeling that was a calculated bounce coming through into the bubble. It's going to be Gravity. Excellent pass. I'm almost 100% certain that bounce off the Geo was fully intentional for Gravity. I mean, it looks so perfectionist, and it just seems the way that the Gravity are. So I'm going to believe it.
I mean, we might as well. Gravity have probably everything figured out in the arena by now. Every play, everything. It's probably most of it's probably intentional. As now Winter goes up to Archie. Archie going across to Beaver. Beaver just going back to Winter, and Winter back up to Archie, passing in a bit of a triangle as it goes down back to Beaver. Now Beaver takes the shot and places it for another 2 now. Phantoms 4 in the lead, 6-2.
I mean, Phantoms had to take control of their plays, and my oh my have they done that. I mean, just in the first, not even 3 minutes of this round, in 2.5 minutes we've seen Phantoms do so many plays that are absolutely outstanding. It's so very nice passing coming through from Phantoms, and in fact Gravity look to respond immediately here, but that 3-point shot just missing for that once in a blue moon from Gravity, and now Louis is just going to back this one out. Lowrider passing it straight forward, unfortunately though missing the hands of Viatrex, so cleared away now by Finn, and that's going to enter the half of Gravity as the Phantom stack comes through very quickly, and a 3-point shot coming through, but just going to ding off the left-hand side of that post. So Winter now going to try and retain it for Phantoms here. The pass to Finn, and now back to Archie now, and backing it out once again, doing exactly what Gravity did last round, just taking a lot of control over their possession.
Finity now trying to send it forward, but we'll just take a bounce off the walls. Lowrider picks it up. We'll send it down through the trench. Maybe a shot attempt, as we know Lowrider takes those and usually makes those, but Beaver is there first, as he will send the clear through now. Bouncing straight back, though, into the hands of Winter, who will tap it forward to Beaver. Beaver now doing a bit of juking. We'll go up to Finity. Finity now going down, trying to draw in that defense, but a missed pass going off the wall. Lowrider picks it up, sends it forward, and it will be missed by everyone of Phantoms as Archie just barely gets a back pass, but missed, and Lowrider takes the shot just dinging off the bottom. Louis Amo, though, picks it back up and sends it in for a 2. Now just a 2-point lead.
Unbelievably close there for Gravity. I mean, that angle was non-existent coming through there, but they almost found a way to make it in. That being said, we will be in with a timeout here, so don't know if there's much to talk about right now, but Sputnik, if you've got anything to say, then feel free to interject here.
Well, it's a much different round, this second one, than the first one. You see an initial scoring from Phantoms really changing the pace, changing the attitude of the second round. Team Gravity now looking at a 2-point deficit. So a good initial showing in the second round for Phantoms. Phantoms needs to carry this momentum, take the second round, take the third round. And I don't know if it would qualify as an upset if Phantoms would win this. These are fairly evenly matched teams, and that's hard to say with Team Gravity.
It's rare. that's for sure.
It's incredibly rare. So I don't know if it can be said if a loss. So the Envy win over Team Gravity can be construed as an upset.
Yeah.
But this Team Gravity in this Phantoms roster, there's not much of a disparity in skill and talent. So the EU Masters is really changed up. We would see. Oh, now the game's back. I'll hand it right back to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's really hard to say it's an upset. I think with the team's history, with it being Phantoms and then Backlash, which I don't know, you guys can bicker about it in the chat, but I don't know if you can say it is necessarily the same team. It's got two completely different rosters. In fact, a shot comes through from Simon there for Gravity. In fact, that's a quick handoff, and of course, Gravity getting another 2 points. Being that close in the bubble, you just expect it with that many players. But that being said, a nice play from Gravity. But yeah, I mean, I think with the previous history of the team, it's definitely an upset. We don't necessarily... We see it very close, but it's actually very few times where Phantoms has actually managed to beat Gravity. So I think we can classify it as an upset, but nevertheless, being straight back to the game, it's going to be Lowrider coming through, and in fact, Gravity tying it up now, so maybe looking to take the lead almost immediately. Some immaculate passing from Gravity, and there's a 2-pointer behind the goal. The most awkward place to get passes around you, and that's a beautiful setup from Gravity. I mean, what else can you really say?
And just like that, within less than a minute, Gravity takes the lead by 2 points. As we are in the second half of the second round, Gravity looking to take it in 2, as it is Phantoms with Joust advantage. Finity turning this one over to the right tunnel. No one's there to pick it up as it bounces all the way through. Louis Ammo, though, is there to pick it up for Gravity as he sends it back to Viatrex. Viatrex looking for the clear now for that stack. That Gravity stack coming through. Simon picking it up, taking the shot, maybe not quite going to be on target. Louis Ammo not quite able to get his hands on it. As Simon picks it up, sends it back to Viatrex. Viatrex now going across to Lowrider. Lowrider going down below to Simon again. Simon making his way in and taking a shot, but a good stop from Winter. And he sends it right back to Viatrex. Viatrex now over to Lowrider.
Oh, and what a setup there from Gravity. I mean, I just noticed that. They managed to stun out the player that was looking to receive the pass on Phantoms. They managed to get it right back. That was a pass coming through from Phantoms, but the player was stunned out in just the right time. Just excellent work from Viatrex there at the back line, and that cannot go unnoticed. That's catching out Phantoms so much, and it makes them really scared to clear it and really scared to pass it. And that is so important in the game where you have to make these decisions so quickly, and any hesitation you can cause the other team is absolutely a huge advantage. As in fact, it doesn't seem like it's going to hurt Phantoms in any way here, as that has no hesitation on it. That play was absolutely outstanding. And again, in the bubble, we are seeing both of these teams make some insane passing plays we don't really see out of any other team in Europe. I mean, you see it sometimes, but you don't see it as consistently. I mean, consistent is the word you're looking for, because I don't think we've seen many missed passes other than a couple, but most of the ones in the bubble, they're just outstanding plays, and I mean, that's just absolutely amazing to see from these teams.
Beaver now, just going across up to Finity. Finity over to Winter. Winter across to Archie. And speaking of outstanding plays, a good series of passes there resulting, or rather ending in a cut pass and a goal for Phantoms. So now Phantoms back in the lead by 2 points, less than 3 minutes from rain, and just a small gap. A big change from what we saw in this first round, just a 2-point difference.
And appreciate Emil shouting us out in the chat. Shout out to Emil in the chat. Redeeming the custom stream sticker. I'm not sure how that works, but Nevertheless, going to be Finn taking up the disc for Phantoms, although a missed pass there and going to be backed out immediately from Gravity. And I mean, just look how fast it is that they're passing around the back line. They're just spreading out the team of Phantoms here. There's a quick 3-point shot coming through, perhaps not seeing Archie on the back line, or perhaps misjudging the distance he was from the goal. Either way, going to be Phantoms taking back the disc here off of Gravity's shot. And in fact, Phantoms being 2 points up here, they should be playing pretty defensively, however difficult that is to play against Gravity. But nevertheless, it's actually going to be them taking back the disc. Finn pushing back through. An attempted stun on the goalie isn't going to work out the first time, but Archie just managing to get it on the first try and able to slam that straight back into the goal. And that's an outstanding play from Phantoms once again.
And a nice save from the goalie, just tapping it away, but not quite able to tap it away far enough, as they do rebound it and put it into the goal. Now 4 in the lead is Phantoms, as Lowrider takes this Giles advantage. We'll send it down over to Simon. Simon losing it to that Phantom stack as a long shot comes through, not quite going to be on target, as Lowrider now gets the slap away up to Louis Amo. Louis Amo going through to Viatrix. Viatrix getting pressured, will just release the disc forward to Beaver. Beaver slapping it forward again, and it will be recovered by Winter, I believe, who sends it back to Lowrider. Lowrider now going down to Simon. Simon now taking the shot, maybe looking to fake the pass, and he takes the shot for the 2. Now back to that 2-point difference as we are approaching this final minute of the second round.
I mean, it couldn't really be more close than this. Phantom's up 2 points. They've got Joust advantage, but let's see how they handle this. Sometimes having Joust advantage on a time like this, it's so much pressure. Sometimes it's a bad thing to have the disc in times like these, but let's see if they can maintain the disc. And in fact, it's going to be a stun here from Team Gravity. That's going to be bad news for Phantoms right now, as they kind of have to rush their play. And there it goes. There's the missed pass that they were looking for. Viatrix letting go of the disc there. And just kind of trading a player there, but Archie going to take out one more than maybe Gravity was hoping to trade. So there goes Louis with a pass to Lowrider, and he's going to look to take it through, but it is a 1-on-2, and in fact, taking it up to a 2-on-3 here, and a quick pass coming through into the bubble. It's going to be Simon. I wonder if they're going to try for the 3. No, looks like they're just going to go for these 2 points, and a missed pass, but recovered by Lowrider, now walking it into the bubble. In fact, a shot coming through from Louis on the backboard. I didn't even see him there, and I'm from a third-person perspective. Outstanding placement from Gravity's players. We will be going to overtime.
Outstanding placement, and you could tell, although Gravity were moving faster because there was a few seconds remaining, you could tell they were still staying calm and not panicking, and eventually got the points. So they get another chance to take this game in 2, as it is now an OT. So that means an extra 2 minutes in the second round if the 2 teams are tied, which they are, as we will be getting into this neutral joust. It is Phantoms winning it first, tapping it to the side. Beaver picking this one up. We'll send it down over to Finity. Finity going below to Archie, and Archie taking the shot, and it will be Phantoms taking this second round.
Outstanding play by Phantoms there in that round. I mean, what else can really be said? They took control over that round. And how many times do we get to say that against Team Gravity? Absolutely outstanding play from Phantoms. And I've just hit the wrong button. In fact, I meant to hit this one. So... don't mind me. Sputnik, take it away with the facts.
Well, Sputnik's not actually here because unfortunately he had to go to prepare for his show. So, I mean, I've not got much facts prepared, but that was a good show from Phantoms. They had better momentum in the second round. In the first round, they lost by like 10 points, and then the second round they just had a mental reset, and they just came in strong and were eventually able to bring it to a third.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe I should look at my Discord maybe more often. Maybe I need more monitors. I have 3, but looks like it's not enough to bring up my Discord. But that being said, I mean, yeah, outstanding play from Phantoms. What really else can we say? And it's not like Gravity were really cutting up the slack that round either. Usually, when we see Gravity lose games, it's because they are making a lot of mistakes. And of course, we have seen Gravity make some mistakes in that round. But as round 3 kicks off here, we did see, I mean, not even Gravity mistakes, just Phantoms taking control of the game and taking control of possession, which, again, it's so rare to see against Team Gravity. They're just such a strong team, and we've yet to see kind of someone challenge them this well for quite a while. So that being said, I'm very excited to see the outcome of this season. Maybe Gravity won't win a season for once.
Finity now intercepting that clear at the back line. We'll just go for the back pass up to Winter. Winter now going forward up to Beaver. Beaver making his way in, looking for the shot, and he will place it on the stun goalie for a 2. So again, Phantom's taking that early lead, starting off strong, and who knows, maybe they could do what Envy did earlier on and take a win against Gravity.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly was unaware, before Sputnik said it earlier, that Envy took the lead. Probably need to get more in it, as the kids say. But I don't think anyone says that, actually. But, I mean, that being said, I need to get more up to date. But Envy winning against Gravity, definitely an unexpected result, have I heard that. So yeah, I mean, definitely unexpected. But I mean, I've also didn't see that match, so I've no idea how well Envy played. But they must have played well, at least as well as Phantoms are playing in this game. But yeah, I'm sure that was a great match as Lewis takes this one into the bubble, but not quite able to put it into the goal. So in fact, it's going to be recovered here by Phantoms. Another clear coming through off the defense, but Lowrider picking it right back up. No, going to be Phantoms taking it, but another stun, couple of stuns coming through from that Gravity defense is going to buy them a little bit of time here.
Lowrider now just intercepting that slap, clears. He will send it up to Viatrex. Viatrex now making his way across to Simon, but that stack from Phantoms reading that pass. Winter now picking it up, going low. Maybe a shot attempt off the ground, but will just be wide and missed by the Gravity players. Winter taking another shot, but Viatrex there just in time as he sends it now down to Simon. Simon now going across, but straight in the hands of Phantoms.
Yeah, and taken here by the hands of Gravity, and the stack coming through like a bullet, and a shot coming through, but Phantoms proving their stack is just as quick, and an excellent save coming through from the stack, and some quick offense here, but just missing the disc off the bounce, but the second stack coming through off of Phantoms will be able to pick that up. And just like the rest of it, it's so rare to see a stack challenge Gravity as well as that. And I mean, Gravity, I mean, hate to say it, but you got to be cutting some slack here for Phantoms, because you got to pull your pants up for these these stacks here, because Phantoms seems to be beating them, as much as it's kind of weird to say that. Phantoms seem to be beating Gravity on the stack speed, and it seems like Simon looking to try and take that one into the goal. In fact, that clear not quite working out, so it is going to be a goal for Simon there. Really unfortunate for the Phantoms defense, but yeah, it seems like Gravity have an excellent challenge on their hands, and definitely didn't expect it to be this close from the first round, but I mean, just from the team names, we did expect it to be somewhat close, and it's certainly that.
Now Phantom's taking the joust advantage. Finity just playing this one a little bit slower. She just get the pass up to Archie. Archie now going down to Winter. Winter trying to go back up, but not going to be connected as Louis Ammo picks this one up, sends it forward. And the stack of Gravity missing that one, and it will be picked up by Archie. Archie going for the clear all the way through back to the Gravity side. And it is Gravity getting there first. Louis Ammo and Simon, that legendary stack, as now Simon receives a pass across. And making his way forward, we'll send it all the way through over to Lowrider. Lowrider going across to Viatrex. Viatrex getting pressure. We'll send a quick back pass over to Louis Ammo. Louis going back down to Lowrider. Lowrider now back to Simon. Then just going to play in this square to try pull out this defense. And now Simon makes his way forward slowly, not getting pressured, getting ever so much closer to the goal as he passes it down to Lowrider. Lowrider just gets stunned out though, and Beaver picks up the disc.
Yeah, and I believe Lowrider there, noticing he was going to get stunned out and maybe throwing the disc down on purpose, in fact, to get it away from the Phantom's goalkeeper. So, great job there by Lowrider. In fact, that delayed it a little bit, just enough that Gravity, in fact, does manage to pick this one up on the other end. So, a great job by them to recover this. And now Louis is going to walk this one up to Simon. And now a 3-on-3, it seems, but a quick cross from, in fact, to Lowrider from Simon. And just some gaps that Phantoms are not quite seeing. It's pretty far out, these gaps. But Gravity are making them. They're used to making space where other teams maybe don't see it. So excellent play from Gravity there.
Excellent play. And for the players that might be a lower level, you know, a good learning opportunity. The Gravity know they're down, but, you know, they're not panicking. They're not rushing to get a goal. They're just making space, even going back as far as their own goal. As now Beaver does put it in their own goal. And yeah, they're just making space, trying to pull out that defense, and they're doing it slowly. They're not panicking, and I think that's what breaks a lot of teams in their plays. That they're down even by like 2-3 points and they panic, even though they've got plenty of time. They just don't realize that they have loads of time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And Mikat's there saying, how do they boost slingshot through the map? Well, there's a little thing called regrabbing where the players can grab onto each other, pull themselves through each other, and they kind of add on each other's speed, if that makes sense, as they pull through each other. There's many tutorials of it online. There's so much Echo Arena content, in fact, now, whether that's coming through the VRML content team or just random people making tutorials. And I mean, it's absolutely great to see. I mean, seeing that. I know JG made a video, who's on the content creator team. In fact, we use some of those videos for the backgrounds. It's kind of very interesting to see. But that being said, it's going to be Phantoms taking this one up once again, trying to get this cleared out from their bubble. But Simon is in a brilliant position and a great pass to Lowrider, but interrupted by the Phantom stack. So this defensive stack of Winter and Finn is just insane. We've seen it intercept so many things. And in fact, I think it is the offensive stack, but nevertheless, it works well as the kind of stacking around in defense. So that being said, it is going to be Simon pushing this through. In fact, a quick pass to Lewis just above the goal, and he's just going to put that one straight in. Very difficult to see that pass from Phantom's end, and Gravity's going to take advantage of that, and now Gravity has tied it up once again.
Tied up 6-6 as we approach these final 3 minutes of this round and the game to determine who will take this win. Will it be Gravity or will it be Phantoms? As now Gravity intercepting this one. Loretta going for the shot, but off, as it will be Simon picking it up, taking the 3-point shot and hitting it from 14 meters out. So now 3 points in the lead. That's a bit of a bigger gap, and maybe we'll just add that extra challenge that Phantoms will have, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, whether you want to call it a pass or not, I'm calling it a pass. When they stack to the disc like that, they call out exactly where it's going. The stack starts going there, and then they throw the disc to pass it to the stack. It's so good, and that is one of the clean ways we see it there. Is in fact, it was a bounce pass to a stack, which we see kind of less often. We can't overlook that save that was just made by Gravity, though. That was absolutely nuts coming through from that 1v1. And I mean, I guess they win those as Simon comes through. 2 minutes and a half left on the clock. Lewis passing this one up to Viatrex, and he's just going to walk this one back until they maybe get another player into the bubble. So maybe waiting here, passing it back to Lewis, and now taken here. Maybe we'll see a handoff. Maybe forward into the bubble. No, we're going to go back to Lowrider, and in fact, Viatrex will take it once again to the least contested part of the map here. And in fact, Archie abandoning the goal, but for a very good cause. In fact, to stop the play from Gravity there. And that was a very risky play we saw there from Phantoms, specifically from Archie on the defense, but it worked out very well, although Lowrider will be seen. And in fact, it is, an outstanding stun, in fact, from the Phantom stack. Very well played from the defense, and they're managing to hold off Gravity better than I think I've ever seen any team do so. So absolutely outstanding job from Phantoms, and they're looking to take a 2-pointer on the other side, and there's the slam dunk we're seeing from Phantoms. What a play.
A nice play. They stopped for another goal from being put on, and then, sent it across the map and put it in for a 2. So now back to that 1-point lead as we approach this final minute. Gravity just have to hold off Phantoms for a minute. And Phantoms, if they get something like a 3 or even 2 goals in a row, then it could be looking like they could secure the winners now. Viatrex receives the pass down on the ground. It goes across to Louis Amo. Louis Amo one-on-one with the goalie. He goes out, but Archie gets there in time to save it and sends it right into the hands of Loretta.
I mean, it's becoming more and more contested in EU with who's the best goalie. I mean, we saw... Street Boo's been a name for a very long time from Smash Dash as a contender, as I mentioned on the last cast. And in fact, it's going to be Phantom's taking a 3-pointer, in fact. So just outside the bubble, that stat comes through. And I mean, show me up there, because in the last 30 seconds of the game, Phantoms have taken the lead over Team Gravity, and with 20 seconds remaining after this timer counts down, let's see what Gravity can do. We know what they're one of the fastest teams in Europe, one of the fastest, if not the fastest teams in the world. Don't at me. And we'll see if they can take this one back. A quick pass coming through to Lewis, and he's going to pass this one through to Viatrex, just weaving it through. A back pass coming through, but not too far away. They can't back it too far. They've got 5 seconds remaining. Behind the goal is Lewis, and he's going to sling this one through, but the save from Archie! And that is going to seal the deal for Phantoms. What a play. What a save from Archie. Oh my goodness.
actually saving the goal, but also saving them the game, because if they scored that, it would have been another chance for Gravity to make the... So I guess you could call it a comeback, which is weird to say. Gravity doesn't really make comebacks. They just kind of... They don't need them, but... It will be Phantoms actually taking this win, which... Surprising now, Gravity have lost twice in Season 4. I mean, maybe you would have seen this in like preseason or Season 1 when they were just, in the sort of early stages, but I wasn't expecting this in Season 4.
And for once, we're seeing Phantoms is 4-0, now to be 5-0, in fact, on the leaderboard. Beating Gravity by 2 wins. And I mean, is that the longest we've seen Gravity lose by? I think 2 games is probably the furthest we've seen Gravity behind ever. I mean, of course, we're in week 3, but it's good news for the variety, not just nothing against Gravity, of course. Love the players, but they've won maybe one season too many, and I think it's the other team's revenge. And in fact, Phantom's coming back for revenge, even if it's from a different roster. Phantom's coming back for revenge from all of those points ago. And whoever voted for Phantoms, I'm about to end the prediction and give the points to whoever voted for Phantoms, who got 4% of votes. And it's Mosky there with 500 channel points, is going to be incredibly rich, it seems like. And there you go. And there you go. Gambling. But that being said, I mean, don't gamble, kids, and that's why, because the odds are always against you, even if they're with you.
I mean, yeah. There's still odds.
32.1k coming through 500 points. I think that's the most we've seen it kind of go from 50%. That's the most we've seen a team kind of go off on the predictions and then still win. Incredible stuff from Phantoms, and I mean, yeah, outstanding play. Bad luck from Gravity. Phantoms were simply playing as the better team, this one. I mean, honestly, I didn't see too many mistakes coming out of Gravity. They had a couple of missed passes, which are a little bit uncharacteristic, but I mean, every single team, including Gravity, has those. And Phantoms seem to be the only team fast enough with that stack to be able to consistently punish Gravity for it, what little mistakes that they're making. So, absolutely outstanding play from Phantoms, and I mean, anything else to say, Ollie?
I mean, yeah, just outstanding play, and Gravity didn't make a lot of mistakes, but Phantoms were just really close, and then the little bit of times that they managed to outrun Gravity was just enough this time.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. Sad to have lost Sputnik there at the end, but I'm sure we'll see him in the next cast. But that being said, I don't have any more casts for you guys today, but let's look at the match lineup, hopefully. In fact, I will pop up the standings for you guys so you can see the Europe standings and just how that is working. Of course, not updated to this game. And there you go. And it seems like we do not have any more matches scheduled today, at least for Europe. So if there's any more NA games, I assume probably a lot of people not woken up. Look at that, NV5-0, absolutely on fire. And Phantom's actually soon to be up there with them soon. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I see that Cast My Match redemption from Flatman. So contact Palador about that. I think it says that when you redeem it. With that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.